Hi, I am Rihanna, and I'm going to talk about a little bit of the music in this decade. Over the course of the last decade, the music industry went through a transformation like never before. Startups turned down on hierarchies, fresh ideas and iconoclasts soared to the forefront. Artists gaining a whole new degree of power over their music. Technology companies reinvented decades of industry strategy, and the business of music finally started to bring in money again. Important movements. After holding out for years, the Beatles ended their digital boycott and dropped their catalog on Apple's iTunes at long last. On March 2011, an anonymous song recorded by a 13-year-old Rebecca Black becomes a month-long viral phenomenon. The song was called Friday Friday. In July 2011, the streaming service of Spotify will go on to become one of the most popular music platforms and amass 2,048 million global users by the end of 2019, with an aggressive growth plan for the next decade. On February 2013, after DJ Bowie records the album Shake, in 2012, a series of YouTube videos in February 2013 helped explode into a viral smash. Some of the most important artists in music in this decade were Kendrick Lamar because of taking rap to the next level, Frank Ocean because he only released 2 full-length albums and they are 2 of the most celebrated works of the decade, Lady Gaga because of her wide range of musical ability and her experimental age, Drake because of blurring the line between hip-hop and pop, and last but not least, me, Rihanna, because of my complete domination of popular music and changing the way artists release albums.
Hi, my name is Aha Khalid and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the architecture between 2010 and 2020. Architecture is an art form that reflects how we present ourselves across the Earth's landscape, and like other expressive mediums, it changes with styles, technologies, and cultural adaptations. I'm also going to tell you a little bit about the Pritzker architecture prizes that were won on these years. So let's start with the prizes. The one for 2020 was for Kazuyo Sehima and Ryo Nishizawa. They found Sana, the Tokyo architecture studio that has designed innovative buildings in Japan and around the world. Examples of their groundbreaking work include, among others, the Rolex Learning Center in Lausanne, Switzerland. The second one of 2011 was for Eduardo Souto de Moura. Throughout his work, his diverse use of materials such as bricks, granite, steel, wood, marble, and concrete has consistently been praised. He strives to find an original way used for everything, not just materials but also color. And one of his famous work was the one of Cinema House Manuel de Oliveira. And finally, let's talk about the one of 2015 for Frei Otto. Frei Otto pioneered the use of modern, lightweight, tent-like structure for many uses. He was attracted to them partly for their economical and ecological values. As early as the 1950s, he built complex models to test and perfect tensile shapes. One of his famous work was the Japan Pavilion Expo 2000.
Hi, my name is Charlie Amelio and I'm a TikTok dancer. Today I'm going to talk to you about dance. Dance, this form of art that allows us to express ourselves through movement. In the popular dances from this decade, they were pulled from YouTube videos or music artists on music videos. The creation of the new dances happened frequently with group and line dances such as Gangnam Style, single ladies, and even flash mobs. This decade can be explained as the large influence of various dancers our culture has absorbed and tweaked over the last 100 years. When you look at the dance floor, you will see a mix of hip-hop dancers, line dancers, straight-up freestylers, and we think it's an amazing representation of the way dance has evolved. The 2010s will go down as a decade of dance with new cultures, creating moves and groups that went viral. 2015, the year of the whip, the nae-nae, and the dab. This song called Watch Me was a huge hit. Many people saw it and decided to try the dance online. 2016, the year of Juju and the Beep. In the music video, the artist combined a lot of different dance moves previously used. The Running Man, hip dance folks, and a new dance called Juju. 2018, the year of the floss. The floss dance was created by the Backpack Kid and took all over the internet. And finally, 2019 and 2020, the years of the WoW. the world really make its hit on TikTok, where I am a creator from. TikTokers and dancers use a way of expressing themselves through movements in the app. This decade was characterized by these popular dances influenced by music videos and social media.
Hello, my name is Lita Cabelut, and I am one of the most famous painters of the world, and I'm going to talk to you about some of the most famous art pieces that didn't go unnoticed in the eyes of the people. First, we have the work entitled Comedian, that was the focus of the most recent version of Art Basel in Miami Beach. It was on its wall that the Italian Maurizio Cattelan taped a banana to the wall and was given the value of $120,000. Then we have the female hero. The controversy arose from the paint La Revolución of 2013, painted by the Chiapas artist Fabian Chaires, in which the caudillo is seen completely naked, wearing a pistol shaped like heels, and mounted on a white horse in an effeminate pose. Emiliano Zapata's family requested the removal of the oil from the museum. And now we have the disastrous restoration. The work in question was an Ecce Homo, a tribute to the 19th century artist Elias Garcia Martinez. The piece had a great sentimental value for the community. This led to Cecilia Jimenez, an 80-year-old woman, to carry out an intervention, leaving as a result a blurry work compared to the original. And finally, we have Blurring the Lines. The mysterious and controversial Banksy caught the world's attention with his work Girl with Balloon, which was self-destroying moments after the hammer marked the sale for £1.4 million. Later, Banksy added a quote from Picasso: "The impulse to destroy is also a creative impulse." However, the piece acquired even more value and was renamed Love is in the Bin.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Aniston, and I'm going to talk about cinema during this decade and what were the most relevant movies. More than 100 years have passed since the first film was shot by the Lumiere brothers. We could say that cinema has evolved in a remarkable way thanks to the advances in technology. During this decade, streaming services have increased very quickly, which is why they are currently more popular than movie theater, and now it is more common to watch movies and series on Netflix. These are some of the most relevant movies during that decade. In 2011 came out the film The Tree of Life, directed by Terrence Malick. It was nominated for 15 awards and has been one of the best films because the director caused a cinematic experience by taking the audience to the memories of the 50s. In 2012 came out The Artist, a black and white silent film directed by Michael Hazanavicius. It won an Oscar for Best Film. It is about the relationship between an old silent film star and a young actress who stands out in the new talk cinema. In 2017, Moonlight came out, directed by Barry Jenkins. It is about bullying and identity crisis in teenagers. It has won many Oscars and awards as it is one of the best movies of that year. Finally, in 2018, Roma came out, one of the most successful and recognized films during that year, directed by Alfonso Cuarón, a Mexican producer. It won multiple and important awards, but it all started when it won the Golden Lion at the Venice International Film Festival. Since then, the future of this production was clear, a resounding success.
Hi, my name is Cassandra. I'm a musical theater producer and I want to talk to you about musical theater through the decades. Theater is considered art because it is a collaborative form of performing art that uses live performers such as actors or actors to present the experience of a real or uninvented story in front of an audience. This is usually done on a stage and the story usually transmits feelings to the public. One of the most important performances is Hamilton. It was done in 2015. Hamilton changed the reputation of musical on a global stage. With its combination of influences from musical theater and hip-hop, Hamilton's score appealed first to listeners who have turned into audiences of all tastes, ages, countries of origin, ethnicities, and everything. And last but not least, the second most important performance is Dear Evan Hansen, that it's made in 2016. Benj Pasek and Justin Paul burst into the scene with their original musical and its contemporary pop score. The music sparked a new wave of fandom. The album won a Grammy, went gold, and it's now number 19 on the list of best-selling cast albums in history, as well number 2 on the list of most streamed albums of the decade.